Christchurch Cathedral is an amazing place. On a Sunday, we have Anglophones and Francophones and Allophones from all communities. We have young people and older people. We have children, students, and we offer a welcoming and inquisitive place where people can find out more about life, their faith, and many other issues too.
Christchurch Cathedral is a mid-late 19th century neo-Gothic building, classic English architecture. I think most Montreal architecture outside of Old Montreal is an odd and wonderful mix of different styles, and this is a good expression of that.
It's in the heart of the city, an oasis of stillness and peace. It has this wonderful spire which is bringing us down to earth as well as pointing up to the sky.
It's been here so long, it's really difficult to imagine St. Catherine Street without Christchurch Cathedral.
Il y a beaucoup de touristes qui passent, beaucoup de gens qui passent sur la rue pour faire leurs courses, pour aller là où ils travaillent. Et la cathédrale est toujours ouverte. Nos portes sont ouvertes de 7h30 du matin jusqu'à 6h du soir.
We have different kinds of concerts that we offer here. Our musical Oasis concerts are presented mainly by graduate music students and postgraduate students here in Montreal, studying at either the Schulich School of Music at McGill University or the University de Montreal or the Conservatoire. On many evenings we have what we call rental concerts, which are given by local orchestras and choirs who rent the space to present their own concert. We have a regular core of visitors who love to come to our concerts, but we also have many tourists who happen to be passing through Montreal that day, who see our signs and come in and experience a wonderful concert.
We also play a very big role in the life of the city. We take part in the Nuit Blanche.
We had music presented all evening from 6 o'clock in the evening until 3 o'clock in the morning. We had 3,000 visitors through.
And we also are involved in Journée de la Culture. We really want to play our role to make this wonderful city of Montreal as vibrant and lively as we can.
So you could say that since I'm the bishop, it's my cathedral. But it doesn't just belong to me, it belongs to the whole city of Montreal, not just Anglicans, but to everyone, because we're at the heart of the city.
I have some family connection to the church. My wife and I were married here, so there's a strong emotional attachment to the church. But really my interest is the heritage of the building and the heritage of the building in relation to St. Catherine Street. And I really appreciate that the church itself has taken on this stewardship of the building, and its efforts to preserve it are very appealing to me, and I'm very happy to help in that fundraising.
The repairs needed to the spire, they're just too big for any ordinary parish to deal with. We need the help of the City of Montreal to maintain this beautiful building for the future, for the whole city. We needed to go out and say, this is bigger than us. We can look after our own normal running expenses, but these very critical and unique expenses are so different that we need your help. We need the help of the city to maintain this building for the future. The main focus is the spire and the tower, and that will take most of the money we are asking for. But we want to do more. We have a very vibrant music tradition. We have concerts here every week.
We have a Yamaha conservatory piano which has served us very well for I think about 30 years now, but we would dearly love to upgrade it. The reason we'd like to upgrade it is because the cathedral is very popular with local orchestras and choirs who'd like to rent the space to present their own concerts, because it's a magnificent venue with wonderful acoustics. We also think it's very important to offer our audience the best quality we possibly can, and our performers. Our performers are the stars of the future, and we want to give them a wonderful opportunity to play on a fine instrument here.
We also want to raise money for our social outreach. We take that very seriously, and we want to endow our social service society with some money so that we can work forward for social help, for outreach, and to serve those who are in need.
We give a free meal at the end of every month, and we serve about 250, 275 people.
The people that we serve are on welfare. Generally, there's also some homeless. They're not all homeless. Usually we do it at the end of the month because that's the time when people's checks have run out.
It's been going for about 20 years, and it started with about half a dozen people sitting on the lawn with sandwiches, and it just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew.
We started, but other people have picked up so that we can now put energy into other things. We now are starting a program to sponsor a refugee family.
We would also like to do some necessary renovation on the organ. The organ is fairly new, about 30 years. But like all things, it needs usual maintenance. We're used by McGill for their organ concerts and studies. We want to play our part properly.
The instrument is built in basically 17th and 18th century style, which is to say it's tracker action, it's mechanical action, everything is mechanical, nothing is electric. We think that it's going to cost about $75,000. When you think that to replace the instrument would be well over $1 million, $75,000 seems like a small investment to really improve the sound of the instrument greatly.
By raising the capital necessary to make these repairs, we're really assuring that the church will have a long-term established presence in the city as a church and with this public mission in the years to come.
This is the first major capital campaign since 1879. There was a campaign then to fund the music programme, and we haven't had one since. And we're not planning on having one again for a long time. Our finances are stable. This is a very extraordinary case for an extraordinary building to do urgent and immediate work. And we hope that when this is done, we will then be ready and strong for another 100 years.